We're going to talk sports here for a moment in our studio, and with me today I have Cory Olafson. Cory, first off, thanks for taking a bit of time out.
Hey, Greg, thanks for having me here. It's great.
You're part of the KInsmen Club, and the KInsmen Club and K+S Potash have been great supporters of this year's Sports Celebrity Banquet, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. So tell me, first off, sponsorship, it's got to be key, right? Yeah,
I mean, we haven't really, we didn't really look for a title sponsor until about 3 years ago. We, we talked about it, we never really did much about it, but we went looking 3 years ago, and we found K+S Potash, and let me tell you, they've really allowed us to elevate the dinner to the next level. I mean, their sponsorship is it's huge. We can't say how big it is.
Yeah, and talking about next level, this is the 22nd annual, and let's start talking to some of these people here. First off, Master of Ceremonies is Scott Morrison. Tell me a little bit about Scott.
Well, Scott, he's what I know about Scott, he used to be an on-air guy with Sportsnet for a long time. He was very good on the air, but I think now he's more behind the scenes of hockey, director of hockey operations, I think, for Sportsnet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So he's going to be a great Master of Ceremonies. In other words, he's going to be a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, the guy I book him with is the guy we usually use, and he said this guy does a lot of emceeing out in the Toronto area, so he said he's pretty polished.
All right. And of course, a name everybody knows, G-Roy Simon. That's got to be a real coup to have G-Roy here.
Yeah, we had G-Roy booked before the Grey Cup was even won. So I mean, you can't go wrong with any of the riders being in Rider Nation here. But I mean, G-Roy obviously being one of the biggest names in CFL history. Yeah, it's great to have him coming in.
Yeah, of course, you got Devon White coming too. That's something for maybe the little bit of past history, right?
Yeah, Devon White. He goes by WHYTE now because I guess that was his initial spelling. He changed it to WHITE to come to North America, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, he played in the heyday. He played with a lot of teams, but his heyday is with the Jays there. And I think anybody that watched that game in 1992, I think it was the year they won it in '92, the game when he made that catch over the center field wall, threw it in, double play. They threw it to Gruber. He chased down Deion Sanders, touched him, got called safe. You know, it was we had Kelly Gruber here a few years ago, and Kelly addressed that play at the dinner. So that was all started by Devon White making that catch over top of the wall.
So that'd be a nice tie-in for those people who've been there at the previous dinner then too, hey?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, well, I'll fill them in and let them know the Grubs talked about that one already.
And of course, Doug Gilmore. Needs no real introduction, truly.
Yeah, not the hockey fans, that's for sure. I mean, Doug, he played in Calgary. There's lots of Calgary Flames out this way. Toronto, you get Toronto fans wherever you go, and he played a long time in Toronto. Was the face of the Leafs for a long time, the captain, and unfortunately. Only won one cup, and that was with the Flames, not the Leafs, obviously. But yeah, I mean, his career speaks for itself, and we're super excited to get Doug here.
Yeah, of course, just a recent announcement too, John Chick, right?
Yeah, John Chick is also going to be here this year, so. Figured it's a good year to bring in two riders, win the Grey Cup at home. It doesn't get any better than that. So, so John's on board as well.
So lots going on at these events too. There's all sorts of fundraisers, there's silent auctions, all that kind of stuff that goes along with it too, right?
Yeah, big part of our night is the auction. I mean, that's where we make our money is the auction. We have 40 or 45 silent auction items, and then we have about a dozen live auction items, including a trip, a sports trip to Boston or New York City or something like that. So there's lots of really cool stuff.
KInsmen Club doing lots of great things in this community. Tell people exactly where the funds go from this.
The funds from this go into our general operating stuff, but I mean we support the flying fins and hockey and baseball and playgrounds. We're looking at upgrading a lot of our playgrounds right now. We have I think 8 or 9 playgrounds around town. We're going to be doing some serious upgrades there. Nice. Piano program, lacrosse league. It's the KInsmen Lacrosse League. There's so many things that we sponsor, and we're looking to do some bigger things around town right now. So I mean, all this money raised stays locally, which is we couldn't be happier that every penny raised here stays in Moose Jaw.
Yeah, fantastic list of projects that the KInsmen are involved in. Hats off to you guys for doing that. Now we whet people's appetites. How do people get tickets?
They can call myself 691-7777 or my cell phone 631-8893, and you better get them fast because we sell it every year.
All right. Well, Cory, thanks very much for taking a bit of time. All the best success on this adventure and all the things that are happening in 2014 for you.
Great. Thanks a lot for having me.
All right.